been waiting for this, Mr. Battler. Alright, let's go for another round, Delanor. I'm very much excited whenever this stuff happens. You're still holding a grudge from our argument earlier. You won that one. You don't have any need to get even... You don't even have any need to get even from that. You misunderstand me, Mr. Battler. I enjoyed the argument. That's why I want more. Heck yeah! This time you won't win. I'll fight with all my strength. I couldn't wish for anything better. Are you really alright with this? Even if I already used the gold truth. The Game Master is entitled to use gold truths about the story and the characters under his control. A gold truth isn't necessarily wrong. Abusing this power to defy rules and common sense is what's really foul play. I see. Well, don't worry about that. I've learned my lesson. I won't make the same mistake twice. Yeah, I mean, I remember that he even used like a gold truth in the first part of this. Whew. I must warn you, Mr. Battler. I won't have mercy on you. Good. I don't expect any. Let's get this started. Alright, well, let's see. There is an anti-magic device installed inside the cathedral. It can be activated with simple vocal command. Once the anti-magic field is active, all spells inside its radius will be suppressed. Okay. That includes the seal spell you cast on the main door. At that point, Beatrice's guards will be free to enter inside. Okay, well... Like... As far as I can see... Well, actually... Who casted that, though? Because if it's Beatrice, then... That will be on the Game Master... like, side. She doesn't have to say everything, so maybe this could work. Because otherwise I was thinking that maybe this was something that should have been noticed. Like, it should have been informed or something like that. Page 56 of the Monster Manual. Undead creatures are animated by negative magic power. It is therefore impossible for any undead creature to move inside an anti-magic field. Ah, damn it. Alright. Who said that Beatrice's guards need to be undead? Beatrice has several human minions. Maria, for example, is clearly one of them. Therefore, Beatrice's guards can freely enter and move inside any anti-magic field. Alright. It's irrelevant. The only door to the cathedral is a magic portal. This was made clear at the end of Leviathan's trial. It is therefore impossible for this door to work while inside the area of effect of an anti-magic field. Alright. The main door isn't necessary. The anti-magic field can suppress planar lock as well. Therefore, Beatrice's guards can simply teleport inside the cathedral. Alright. Page 171 of the Game Master's Manual. Any kind of magic traveling inside or through an anti-magic field is forbidden. Okay. The anti-magic field doesn't need to remain active. It can simply activate and then quickly deactivate, just for the necessary time to erase your spells. This way, Beatrice's guards can teleport without any problem. They can even use the door. Page 171 of the Game Master's Manual. An anti-magic field suppresses any kind of magic inside its area of effect, but does not dispel it. Previously cast spells will regain their effect should the anti-magic field be removed before their expiration time. Man. The level of mystery combined with D&D right over here is insane. To make this a battle of solving a locked room, like in D&D terms. My god. You know, this also amazes me that D&D rules can be quite detailed about this sort of stuff. It is impossible that some of Beatrice's undead minions are ghosts. As ghosts, they aren't bound by physical limits. They can therefore pass through the walls and rescue their mistress. Page 57 of the Monster Manual. Ghosts are ethereal creatures. What the hell are you doing? Page 190 of the Game Master's Manual. Ethereal creatures belong to the ethereal plane. Page 239 of the Player's Handbook. Ethereal creatures cannot interact with an area of the material plane affected by planar lock. Page 171 of the Game Master's Manual. Ethereal creatures cannot interact with an area of the material plane affected by an anti-magic field. Oh my god. You know... Valor? You know... Donor is a master of imposing rules in the context of murder mysteries. You know, despite a few exceptions and a lot of thoughts and interpretations about murder mysteries that she more than likely has in her mind, there are only 6 like Nox rules and 20 Von Duns and maybe some other stuff. But D&D? There are like hundreds, maybe even 1,000 rules about this sort of stuff. Ugh. And she has it all in her mind. In D&D, she's quite dangerous. Maybe I said this before, but if I haven't, I'm gonna say like right now, she would be a good D&D master in the sense that she would know what to do in a D&D and know to impose the rules like correctly, without like any mistakes. Several goats already existed inside this place, and now they're ready to attack. Hey, that's actually my theory that I brought up before. If they already exist in this place, why we didn't see them? Of course they were hidden somewhere in this cathedral. Know that conjuring hiding places out of nowhere is not an acceptable move. Is it not? I mean, it is forbidden for secret passages and such to exist because of true sight and all that, but well, I guess that technically counts for hidden places inside, like corners and such. We've been here for a while. We've never been aware of anything of that sort. You might as well say that the guards were just here in plain sight, but the Game Master forgot to inform us. I guess when it's in true sight, yeah. Then they were At the time True Sight was cast, the only visible being that was revealed was Beatrice. Yeah. Beller didn't even need to say it like out loud. Darnor knew what you were gonna say. Beatrice still has a few MP left. Wait, is that Jessica who's saying this? She can use them to display your seal or planar lock. I mean, that would be poggers if Jessica could enter this as well. Poggers. This video is so gonna be outdated with me saying the word poggers. Beatrice's hands are tied. How can she cast a spell? All spells require a somatic component. The spell Beatrice is going to cast doesn't. Beatrice can only cast a 4th level spell or low. No such low level spells exist. It's a custom spell. Oh, we can only use like core books. Like, custom spells feel like they aren't part of the core books. Did they forget already, Ballard? Pulling custom rules out of nowhere isn't a legit move. Do you have any way to justify this, Master Ballard? From page 201 to page 203 of the Game Master's Manual, it is explained how to create new spells. Oh. Therefore, a Game Master is entitled to create custom spells and introduce them in the game. Man, you know, I cannot say that I can intervene in this fight the way I used to in like murder mystery, like debates in like the main story, so that I can have a say in this as well in fight. I surely wouldn't be able to fight like better over here, since I don't know D&D. But man, this must be a joy to people who know D&D, if all this stuff is correct. Page 236 of the Game Master's Manual. A Game Master should always inform the players about any custom rule before the start of the game session. Why do you assume that a custom spell is a custom rule? The passage you quoted doesn't specify that custom spells are included as well, unless you can prove that custom spells qualify as custom rules, or that it's unfair for the Game Master to introduce them without any previous notice. Then your counter isn't valid. That is true. What the hell are you talking about? Of course custom spells are custom rules. Do you really think you can bypass a rule with that kind of reasoning? Yeah, possibly. Miss Ariakey, Mr. Balak submitted his own interpretation. The Game Master authority grants him the power to have the last word on that matter. What? This is ridiculous. Oh, so I won already? In your dreams. Page 105 of the Epic Level Manual. What's written in that manual is completely irrelevant. It was established that only the core books will be used for this adventure. Page 100 of the Epic Level Manual. Let me finish. Divine Spell. This epic level spell allows the caster to raise high-level incantations without the requirement of a somatic component. As I said, this is completely irrelevant. Page 203 of the Game Master's Manual. When determining the level of a newly created spell, the Game Master should compare it to already existing ones. If a similar or comparable spell exists, the new one should be the same level. Your custom spell is comparable to an epic level spell, and yet you're trying to pass it off as a low-level illusionist spell. This is simply unacceptable. You know, in the past, when Delonor said that she is so gonna enjoy the next time they fight, that she couldn't wait for the next round they fight, I think she meant it. She is truly prepared. Damn it. I thought that one would work.
Miller, you can't surrender to the evil witch. You must fight and defeat her.
I'm trying, but this is all useless. It's all Zen Damira. It's as if she knows every counter to my moves even before I make them.
Don't surrender. Maria will help too. Maria will help.
But there's nothing you can do in your current stat. Of course! How come I didn't think of it before? Oh, what? Did you find a better move, Mr. Balor? Yes, and this time, it's checkmate toda! Maria is actually a level 20 character. Oh my god. This could be it. Like, we established quite a few things about Beatrice when it comes to levels, but we haven't established things about Maria, since she went to the other side. She could well have been hidden, like hiding her actual level, right? She hid her true strength as part of her mission. However, she can now unleash her power and defeat you. This is a very interesting theory. Do you mind elaborating this further? Exactly like Beatrice, her teacher, she trained as a monk. She was presented as a level 12 character, so there's no way you can demonstrate she was supposed to be an even stronger magician. Are 8 levels as monk even enough? She's also in possession of several rare magical artifacts. In other words, she's like death incarnate. If that's not enough, then even Stop this, Balor! You can't make this move! This won't work! What? Why? Why are you stopping me, Beatrice? This move is perfect. There's no way they can counter it. I wasn't really planning on doing that. That's right. Because you have no way to do it. Don't you understand, Beatrice? We only thought about empowering you, and forgot we could do the same with Jessica and Maria. You're the one that doesn't understand, Pepper. If I make that move, those girls will say that I'm unfair. They'll say that I'm not treating the players equally and that I'm running an unbalanced adventure. That is true. I mean... Like, it could very well be like, we could have tricked them into thinking that Maria is that kind of character, and maybe Maria would have run with it, but at the end of the day, we're pulling this out of our ass while we're here. That would be checkmate against me. Seriously?
And here I thought we could finally end this. I was really hoping for Balor's incompetence to settle the matter. But I guess we'll need to do it the hard way.
Damn it. What's the problem, Mr. Balor? Your start was promising. Don't disappoint me now. I don't plan on doing that. Ugh. Epic levels may not be accepted, but divinities are clearly stated to exist in core books. The core books do not specify any rules for divinities as characters, but they still exist. It is therefore possible for a game master to summon them in the story. For example, it's possible that Beatrice is protected by the goddess Lambda Delta, Ben Castell's arch-enemy. Seeing the situation, she might decide to manifest herself here on the material plane to foil her nemesis' plan. Are you really planning on summoning a divinity to save the day? Yeah, why? What's wrong with that? That's the very definition of Deus Ex Machina. Oof. Are you trying to pull a Deus Ex Machina on me? That's the #1 plot device you should never use. Oh God. Yeah. I mean, I will admit, from Dilnor's perspective, that is a bit rough. We are supposed to fight this honorably, and yet we're pulling up Deus Ex Machinas right over here. Dilnor did not like that. You can do better than this. Show me your next move. Beatrice's minions can cast Greater Dispel. That way they can erase planar lock and seal. Page 248 of the player's handbook. Greater Dispel requires a line of sight with the target. A line of sight? It's a custom spell. It's like Greater Dispel, but doesn't require a line of sight. I fear that a spell like that already exists. Do you know where you can find it? In a book that is not of the core kind? The epic level manual? Correct. Traps! There are traps inside the cathedral! You just activated them and now you're dead! It was already established that True Sight also works as detect traps. Yeah. Small traps! Huh? Small traps! They're so small that you couldn't see them. Balor, Ooh. Flashbacks. Flashbacks to the days of small bombs. Now we're having small traps. And they're...
Stop it, Dalinar. You've won. There's no need to attack Balor any further. Be silent. This is Dalinar's moment. Don't spoil her fun.
I don't think that she's having fun anymore at this point. Your next move. It's... Oh. Jesus. Taneda. Did you say something? I didn't hear it. It's useless. It's so useless. I don't know.
So, are you done now?
It appears so.
You don't seem very happy. You didn't have enough fun.
It was fun in the beginning, but you left me with a bitter aftertaste.
Ouch. Knowing how much you hate bitter stuff, that must be pretty tough on you. This is what you get for having too many expectations for this incompetent fool. Come now, we haven't completely destroyed this world yet.
I'm sorry, Beatrice. I couldn't protect my gold trophy.
It's alright. As long as it remains true in your heart, I'll be happy.
I swear to God, if they're gonna pull like a Ricordando el Passato in this, by the end of this, I'm gonna... This is gonna make me feel emotional too, isn't it? I really am an idiot. Am I not?
You're the biggest idiot I've ever met in 1,000 years.
No, that hurts. You're supposed to say something like, no, that isn't true, Balor. You're actually very smart.
Even I can't bring myself to say such a huge lie.
Oh boy.
But you have a heart. I wish I had 1/10 of the strength you possess. You're still fighting with all your heart, and I've already given up any hope.
I'm just a fool who can never tell when a battle is lost. In the end, I didn't accomplish a thing.
You're wrong, Balor. You don't understand. That's why you're the biggest idiot. You don't understand how much you've already accomplished. Thank you.
It really is hard, being a game master. I'm sorry, let's... You know, putting this in the D&D context combined with Umineko, this is legendary. This is a legendary fan story.
Sometimes it can be very frustrating.
In the beginning, I thought the hard part was memorizing all those rules. Now I understand that that's not the real problem. Oh my god, that's the question that we posed like at the beginning. What it means to be a true game master. Like, not like in D&D context.
Oh, You're bitten to a pulp by Delnar because you didn't know all the rules. How did he reach that conclusion now?
That messed up fight has nothing to do with what I'm talking about. Besides, I knew most of those rules already. I just tried anyway.
You're such an idiot.
I just can't stand people who want their main enemy to be an evil and hideous monster at all costs.
Then, what did you learn today?
The role of Game Master is a mysterious thing. If you think about it, it's full of contradictions. For example, the Game Master often impersonates the enemies of the rest of the players. So you'd assume he plays against everyone. But if you look beyond the surface, you'll notice that that's not exactly so. Man, that is awesome. Like, both in the context of Umineko and even murder mysteries, when you read a murder mystery, you have the detective and you have the criminal. Of course, like, the author will try their best to make the criminal as smart as possible and achieve like quite a murder mystery. But at the end of the day, the author is hoping for the detective and the reader to solve the mystery, even if the author is writing the criminal against both the detective and the reader. So it's similar here. Like, the Game Master is creating these enemies for the D&D players to fight against, like, with the hope that they're gonna win against them and win the campaign as such. And when they win the campaign, how satisfying. What a satisfying adventure. Cause, you know, I never witnessed like a D&D campaign where everybody failed. So I wouldn't be able to speak from experience how that feels. But if that were to happen after such a long time, because D&D campaigns can last for a really long time. So when you have like a D&D adventure that lasts for like months, maybe even years, for everyone to die at that point, that would surely not be satisfying. It may end up being funny for a little bit, but at that point you kind of wish for the D&D campaign to end with a happy ending, to have a satisfying ending for everybody. So yeah, it is quite interesting.
Then what's a Game Master do to players, Beller? An enemy? A friend?
And that's what's so mysterious about it. You can see it as both the two things at the same time.
A perfect Schrodinger's cat.
Oh my god. Hey, we managed to pull like another Schrodinger's cat even in this fan story. Congratulations, folks. It shall exist in every single visual novel in existence. From one side, the Game Master works against the players, making them face a lot of difficult tasks in adverse situations. But on the other hand, he tries to make it so they'll succeed, and in the end, triumph. And here lies the major contradiction. It's as if the Game Master is constantly fighting against himself, now making the game a little harder, now making it a little easier. And what for, in the end? I guess you could say that the players win when they complete a mission or defeat a great enemy. But when does the Game Master win? A shallow person could think that a Game Master wins when the player characters die, but nothing could be farther from the truth. If that were to happen, the adventure would end and the story that the Game Master spun would never unfold.
So when can a Game Master truly win Beller?
Perhaps when the players do. Perhaps when the adventurers defeat every single monster the Game Master placed on their path. Perhaps when the adventurers pass every single trial that he made them undertake. Perhaps when they solve every single riddle he teased them with. It makes no sense, right?
No, it's exactly as you say. But there's one thing you probably didn't consider. Something that I still don't understand. As a game master, you should never give the player the impression that you're their friend. If you did that, they'd slack off. They'd think that no matter what a reckless decision they make, the game master will always somehow manage to keep them alive. That's true. I see. If that were to happen, the adventure would become a joke. Sometimes the players may think that the game master is being soft. That's when you punish them and make them reconsider. Yeah, debates like that can exist. Like a debate from the game master's side on when to be soft and when to go hard. So you make them believe that you're a cruel bastard or a game master. I see. It is certainly more rewarding to achieve a goal when you have an almost all-powerful being against you. Conversely, a victory achieved through the help of God would be certainly uneventful. I finally understand. You've been tricking us all along. Now I see why you made Beatrice make all those poor strategic choices. Actually, that happened when we fought the Seven Sisters as well. Wait, how far have you actually tricked us? When you said that Beatrice had already used up most of her MP from before the fight started. That was something you made up at the moment, right? You just decided so when you realized there was no point in continuing that fight. That could very well be true. Because on one hand, I did accept that the fact that she said that, hey, I already used like quite a bit of MP before this fight even happened. But I wasn't really questioning what kind of spells she used. Like, yeah, she could use the spell of being able to watch the players as they went through the trials, but other than that, what the fuck did she even do? Like, I never questioned that. Like, what kind of spells did she use like before the fight even started? So, yeah. Damn, that's not good. You're learning too fast. But then I don't get it. When I made the sisters attack me, you should have known that they'd probably kill me. If Asmodeus didn't miss, I would have died. Ah, that one. I guess I can tell you now. Asmodeus didn't miss. Huh? Don't you remember? When I rolled the die for Asmodeus' attack, it dropped off the table. Oh my god. That's something that can happen now and then. But I did that on purpose. Then when I fetched the die, I told you that Asmodeus got it too. You lied! I can't believe this. What would you have done if he didn't trust you and made you repeat a throw? Ariakey, if she noticed that, she would have ridden your ass on that one. And you know, Ariakey is the kind of person that would notice like a lot of things. For her to... Because she would have told that by now. She made a huge list of things that made Beatrice look like a poor game master. And yet she didn't include that. Why would you want me to repeat a throw that was actually convenient for you? Valor, you really have no idea. This is something that game masters do all the time. Why do you think they're allowed to make all those secret dice rolls? Yeah, but combat dice rolls are always made in the open. Maybe I went a little too far there. But that was for a good cause. You just throw a die, and then pretend you got the desired result, despite the actual number that it shows. It's not even understand the power of the endless. The power of the endless? There are a few ways to achieve a desired goal when the odds are heavily against any chance of success. Let's use the die roll as an example. Suppose you want to roll a 20 at all costs. You could rig the die, or do as Ariakey did at the start of the game. That way, you can be sure that the result will definitely be a 20. Oh my god. Don't tell me that even even when Jessica pulled like a natural 20 against the Leviathan, that was actually on purpose. You can call that the power of certainty. Or maybe you do have the power of Lambda Delta on your side on this one. I mean, I'll call that cheating. Yeah, I guess. Another way is to throw die over and over until you get the result you wanted. A lot of players do that when they create their characters. You can call that the power of miracles. I still call that cheating. Then there's my method. I roll the die and then pretend it gave me the result I wished for. That's basically what the power of the endless is about. Oh my god. Now we're recontextualizing like the powers of Ben Costello, Lambda Delta, and the Beatrice. The trio of witches in D&D. My god. In other words, no matter how many bad things happen to you, you can always pretend they're good. Damn! That is actually quite deep. The power of the endless. No matter how many bad things happen to you, you can always pretend they're good. That is actually quite a sweet saying. A gray sky becomes bright blue. Darkness becomes light. Sadness becomes happiness. You really learn fast. Have you ever considered becoming sorcerer? Sorcerer battler? That doesn't sound right. So now you know the truth about me and my magic. I'm really pathetic. Yeah, feel free to laugh about my misery. My whole life is worse than a bad joke after all. That's not why I'm laughing. I just realized how stupid we've been so far. Yes, we're two idiots. Yeah, just stop crying. This isn't the time to sulk. This is the time when you stand up, throw a laugh, and make all hell break loose on the fools who stand in your way. Huh? I've been such a fool. I thought that I could win against Eleanor and Erica by playing their game. No. There's really nothing that I can do. But you can, Beatrice. Don't you see? The answer has always been with you. I've realized it just now. Oh. Guess it will be time for Beatrice to have her comeback. Episode 6, motherfucker. We're about to crash like a D&D campaign right now, instead of a wedding. What are you talking about, Battler? If that's supposed to be a joke, it isn't funny. Use your magic. Why are you trying to find a way to get through all those rules? You're the Golden Witch Beatrice. Such trifles are of no concern for you. Just show the power of the endless to that heartless girl. Show her how pointless and meaningless all of her reasonings are when compared to your magic. Make her scream in frustration. Make her grind her teeth. Make her crawl and writhe. But how? How? You're a witch. Use your magic. Believe in the magic, Beatrice. Believe in your own magic. But... Arise, Beatrice. You're not meant to be bound to the vile earth. Arise and fly. Spread your golden wings and make your enemies cry.